Welcome back to another episode of 7 Ways Cybersecurity Professionals Protect the Music Industry. I'm James Whitaker, here as always with my brilliant co-host, Michael Turner.
Hey folks, good to be here. So, James, we're digging into a hot topic today, deepfake audio. It's just exploding across the music world, and honestly, it's a little freaky how real these AI-generated voices can sound now.
Yes, quite. Deepfake AI uses generative neural networks trained on countless hours of real voices to produce audio that's nearly indistinguishable from the real artists. There's been a rash of cases recently. Think fake tracks popping up online, reportedly by A-list musicians, but in fact entirely synthetic. The risk goes well beyond mere embarrassment. It's reputation, brand, trust, all potentially eroded overnight.
Right, and it's not just about fans getting tricked. We're talking about scammers passing off these fake tracks to platforms and labels for profit, or even manipulating royalty systems. Remember the report of that deepfake track that was actually attributed to a Grammy winner until the label's lawyer stepped in? That could have blown up fast.
Exactly. And if I may offer a little story, last year, a jazz singer I know, her digital likeness was snatched by someone running a phishing scam. They sent messages with exclusive preview clips, sounded spot on. Luckily, her management caught wind before it did real harm. I advised them, of course, first to flag the content with streaming services, then quickly reach out to fans directly, warning them not to trust unverified links. This sort of scenario, where the attack is both technical and emotional, really underscores how personal these threats are, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I mean, artists build these deep bonds with their listeners. Having their voice or brand misused just tears at that trust. It's easy to forget, but with tech like this, sometimes fans can't tell the difference between the real deal and a fake. That's what makes this so high stakes for the music biz.
So, let's shift gears a bit. How are we actually detecting these AI voices, Michael?
Yeah, let's get into the tools. Look, there's a lot of tech out there. Multimodal detection engines, forensic audio analysis, even some blockchain-based tracking for authenticity. That means cross-checking audio and metadata, looking for artificial fingerprints left behind by generative models. For instance, platforms like Sensity AI and Reality Defender use neural networks to analyze uploaded tracks for signs of tampering or synthetic creation. They don't just listen for weird glitches. They look for tiny anomalies in waveforms, patterns, metadata you and I would never notice, but a model can spot.
Indeed. Forensic audio analysis is quite a powerful ally. These machine learning systems can identify if a track's been manipulated, say, pitch shifted in a way that's algorithmically perfect, but not naturally possible. And then there's the use of blockchain as a ledger for music releases. It verifies the origin of a track, ensuring authenticity all the way back to the original artist or label before distribution, which makes retroactively verifying fakes much simpler.
And streaming platforms, well, the most serious ones, are running automated monitoring 24/7. I remember last year, my team worked with a streaming service that spotted a deepfake track starting to trend. Their system flagged it based on those audio anomalies and some off metadata about upload location. We got it pulled down before it hit the charts. It would have been a PR nightmare.
That's a win. But you know, it's not just about spotting what's already out there. Real-time mitigation is also emerging. Some systems use behavioral biometrics, literally analysing the speech patterns and micro-expressions of a voice, picking up on things deepfake AI still can't mimic very well. If someone's singing with uncanny flatness or a cadence that seems off, that's a red flag and can trigger further checks.
Yeah, and it's not perfect, but with every update, these engines are getting faster and more accurate at stopping harm before it even makes it onto playlists. So, when we talk about prevention, it's really about layers. Digital rights management, for starters, locking down who can release what, and making sure you know an artist's brand can't just be hijacked by anyone with a clever AI generator.
Quite right. And multi-factor authentication is essential, especially for artist management systems and payment accounts. You can't just have a password anymore. You need voice verification, device fingerprints, the whole kit, ideally.
And then you got the cooperation side. Records labels, tech platforms, artist management, everyone needs to have open lines. Sometimes prevention is about being able to warn each other in real time or take content down with, like, 2 emails, not a court battle. The new No Fakes Act, at least in the U.S., is actually trying to formalize takedowns and empower victims to get fakes removed, sometimes without lawyers getting involved. That's a game changer if it actually works in practice.
Yes, legislation helps, but don't underestimate the value of education. A lot of my consultancy nowadays, frankly, I spend nearly as much time running workshops for artists and managers as I do deploying tech. Artists have to recognize the threat, know how to spot phishing attempts, and understand why sharing rough vocals or clips over insecure channels is risky. I always say, the best firewall in the world is useless if the people behind it are fooled by a convincing email or a fake exclusive release link.
Makes sense. I mean, no tech in the world beats a little savvy in communication. If you don't train people to spot a scam or don't have rapid ways to kill fake content, it's always going to be reactive, not preventive.
Absolutely. So, in the end, it's about combining legal, technical, and human strategies and keeping the music ecosystem in sync, so to speak. Michael, always a pleasure diving into these thorny issues with you.
Likewise, James. Let's keep fighting the good fight. And for everyone listening, stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll unpack another layer of cyber risk and creativity in music. Take care and goodbye for now.
Thank you all for joining us. See you next time.